Oh no. New camera, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me switch this. Um Hold on here. New camera. Okay, there it is. Gotta switch this. Oh no, hold on guys. I'm sorry. There we go. I'm sorry, guys. So I wasn't on last week because my camera, was turning it on and the actual switch just broke off of it and I couldn't get it to work. So I have a new camera and been using it, but apparently I didn't switch my scene up, so I apologize. I had to switch it up. Can you guys hear me? Let's make sure everything is okay. First and foremost, make sure you guys can hear me. Make sure I look good before we get into today's episode. First, welcome. It's good to see you guys. But let me make sure my other scene is straight as well. That we're gonna be using. So let me see here for the screen share. I have to switch this. Okay. So let's double click there. Give me a second. I gotta go to my overlays. Give me a sec. Okay, so screen share, that's that. Okay, so I need to switch the video source. There we go. And let's zoom in here. My camera effects. I'm gonna zoom into this one. How's this look? I'll just move myself up. let's move this LUT down too. There we go. Adjust the LUT. Get everything looking good. All right, guys, we're ready. We are ready. It's good to see everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let me switch back to my other scene now. Stephanie's scene. Boom. Let me check in. Mr. Moderator, it's great to see you. George. Airplane, where everyone starts to panic all at once. That's hilarious. Step Brothers Podcast. Yes. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Congrats. I'm sure the holidays would be different in a good way for you guys this year with your son. He's a little old enough to get a feel for what's going on. Cool. It's good to see everybody. Thank you so much. I think I saw Oz here. Parker, it's great to see you. It's great to see you as well. Bobby G, what up? Game Time 216. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Kesha, what is good? Is that right? Am I saying that right? I believe you told me how to say it. I think I remember how to say it. It's Kesha, right? Let me know. Ennis, what up? And we will be off next week. Just a heads up for the holidays. Actually, our 15-year anniversary next week as well. My wife and I. Katie just celebrated her. Shout out to Katie. Cool. So, who we got this week? Welcome, Marshall Creates. So, if you're new to the show, Patrick, greetings all the way in Germany. Wow, what time is it over there? That's nuts. Keisha. Okay. It's Keisha. Okay. I'm sorry, Keisha. Cool. So if you're new to this show, Marshall Creates with Ecamm, primarily what we do is, create designs for creators, for your channel, your YouTube channel, your your logo. It could be a cover photo, for just your podcast or show. So we like to keep it light, keep it fun, do it quickly, create something that's really cool. Like, as you can see, Ennis, we created that. The SIWYL, say it with your legs media. That was one we did. Obs, if you look at her, green background, like the bright lime green illustration, simply Obs. We created that on an episode. It was 8 p.m. Finance live stream time. Awesome. Yes. So that's what we do. Missed last week, but we're back at it. So if anybody has anything like a channel you want feedback on, any graphics for your channel, your show, podcast, etc., I can definitely take a look. If you have something that you would like branded, we'll take a look at it and we'll see what we can do. So let me know. Okay. Keisha, Exquisite Elegance Events. Give me a little background. You want us to look at your channel and see what we can do? Let me pull it up here. Give me a second. And we gonna make it do what it do. Man, the camera situation was devastating. I still didn't get the camera fixed. I don't know how much it's gonna be. I did find a camera repair shop, but I'm using another camera now. The Sony ZV-1, I believe. So we're gonna look at exquisite elegance events. Okay, cool. Let me turn that down. Did we meet at Creator Camp? I know we met. Was it at Creator Camp? I'm trying to remember when we met. Let me know. I believe it was Creator Camp. Was it another event? So let me switch my screen, and I'm gonna switch this screen share to another screen share. Let's do. Hold on, let me look at my main thing. Hold on. Primary, secondary display. There we go. Okay. Survivor Larry. Look, I appreciate it. Create Ecamm. Okay, I thought so. I know we met recently. I've been at so many events over the past couple of months. It's like a blur. I was like, I know we met at some event. Okay, so we've got unforgettable experiences. Okay, so let's see what kind of what we're working with. Is this what you need help with? Let me know. Let me move this over. Okay. Let me know if I need to make things bigger. I think I'll do that. Let's see. Displays. Let's make the text larger on the studio display. Boom. Does that work better for everybody? Cool. Okay, hold up. Let me just move this sucker over some. There we go. Cool. Alrighty. Logo and YouTube banner open to whatever you do. Okay, cool. So let's see. Welcome to Exquisite Elegance, a YouTube channel dedicated to event design and decorating for new event designers. Here you'll find inspiration, tips, and tutorials on how to create exquisite and elegant events that leave a lasting impression. Whether you're planning a wedding, a corporate event, or a social gathering, our channel is the perfect resource for bringing your vision to life. Join us on this journey and let's create unforgettable experiences together. Okay, I'm digging it. So let's see, events and unforgettable experiences. So the channel is. So should there be like a different name? Well, your name is your name. Because I'm thinking like exquisite elegance event training. You know what I'm saying? Or event designing training. Because exquisite elegance events. I understand you don't want it to be too long though. So I get that. And this isn't a naming show. This is a design show. So let's keep it simple. Let's do something a little different this time. So I'm gonna open up Kittl. I've used it before on here. It's a new platform I've been using for different designs that I like. So let's do a new project. Oh, that would be dope. Though will admit I probably won't wear it only because I'm like overloaded on t-shirts right now. Um so look, give it to someone else on as a gift from me. I appreciate that though. I appreciate it. Man, it's crazy because as a designer, I've designed so many t-shirts over the years and I've started to collect them, but it's like I'm moving down to Florida. We've become more minimalists where we like getting rid of a lot of stuff. So, and that goes with clothes. Like most people have too many clothes like that you'll never wear, or you don't regularly wear. Like we go to our same few outfits, right, on a regular basis. But I appreciate that though. All right, so I'm creative design, and let's go to templates. So you can create different things, and they have like different starting points. But let's go to logo. Let's just type in event logo. But they have this AI. Oh, let's use this AI logo generator. It's in beta. Let's do event design logo with the words exquisite events. What is it? Exquisite elegance events. Let's see what it comes up with. Let's see what happens. It's generating some logos. Okay, so it's very basic. They gave us a few different ones to choose from, which I'm not really feeling, but it could be a starting point for something, right? But let's dish that. Go back to templates and let's do event logo. Events like elegant event. I might have to type in like event planning. And we do have 3 E's, so maybe we can create something that incorporates the 3 E's. And let me know a bit about your target audience, Keisha. I know for the channel, you're targeting new designers, but tell me a bit more about their demographic. Like how old are they, male, female, etc. Because we wouldn't want to create like say a masculine logo when most of your clients are female. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the vibe. So I'm mainly looking at these templates um to really look at the layout of them to see if any of the layouts uh speak to me. This is kind of nice. Let me just try this real quick. Exquisite. Exquisite. I know elegance finna be long, so let's go ahead and make this smaller now. I'm just curious. You know how I do. Experiment. It's so I don't want to say weird, but going this route, and I've really embraced AI and things like this a lot more since I think I told you guys I spoke in Raleigh, North Carolina, and one of the goats in the graphic design space was there, Chris Doe. Um, and he really challenged us with AI, challenged us to be open minded with it instead of resistant. So we won't get left behind. So kind of changed my attitude towards it. So I've been trying to embrace these types of things a lot more and use them as tools to help get the job done rather than like the enemy. You know what I'm saying? So it's still a little weird sometimes doing things like this, knowing that, I would be in Illustrator doing things from scratch. Like you guys have seen, right? Monty, what's good, my brother? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Okay, target audience is females 30 plus and do-it-yourselfers who don't have a budget to hire a decorator. Okay. Okay, I got. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay. All right, so this has some promise here. I'm not sure if I'm sold on events, and this font Alex brush is used a lot. It's used a lot. But I do like elegance. But in order to make this more unique, I will probably pick a different font for exquisite. Even if I download this as it is and then bring it into Illustrator to do some font searches. Only because, like I said, Alex Brush, and I noticed as a designer, it's used a lot and it's a free font. So when creating custom logos, especially for clients who eventually want to you know, trademark the logo and things of that nature, it's best to use paid fonts or fonts that you have to actually have a license to use. So that's why I use services like Envato Elements to get my fonts from, because it comes with a commercial license and it's not easily uh, duplicatable, if that's a word. So I'm just looking at the kind of script fonts that they have. Let me actually uh, filter these. Oh, for sure, yeah. Even though I use Photoshop every day, specifically for generative fill, like I literally use it every day. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Look, for example, I'll show you guys this. Kind of off script here, but like I literally use it. So this is my dream car, just so you guys know. The Lucid Gravity is not out yet. It'll be out in about a year. But check this out. I was like, oh, I want to make a video background. Keisha, we'll get back to you, but I want to show you how cool this is. So this is how AI works now inside of Photoshop. So I was like, I'm gonna remove this. I'm not using this for commercial purposes, guys. I just wanted to have a background on my computer. So I'm usually not an advocate for removing somebody's watermark because they put it on there for a reason. But I'm saying I just wanted to use it as a background. So highlight it, then do generative fill, and I just put remove. Right? It'll generate and it'll give me 3 options. I'm going to essentially show you what I did, and how I use it every day, like literally every single day, because it's so useful. Um, and it's cool. If you guys have Photoshop, you got to be using generative fill. So as you can see, it got rid of it. It pretty much replaced the pixels with 3 different options to choose from. So if I hide this, this is what it looked like with it. This is without it. So this is essentially a mask on top. So if you see here, these are the options it gave me. I'm like, this is close enough, right? Boom, save that. But it doesn't stop there, y'all. Look, check this out. So if I want to expand this, watch this. I'm like, I need to make it a lot bigger. So if I do generate, yeah, yeah, for sure. But look, watch this. If I want to expand the image, look at that. And it's going to give me 3 options to choose from, right? And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Let's say I wanted to add like palm trees or something. So I'm going to select the area where I want the palm trees to appear. So let me just add some here. It'll probably add it in the frame. Let's do generative fill and then do palm trees. So you see, I'm already, halfway there in terms of creating the desktop background, right? But I'll show you guys what I did. So it gave me a couple different options. This is cool. It's kind of like in the foreground. Let's see if we can add, you can add so many things. Let's say like, let's say we add like a puddle of water or something like that. I'm just making stuff up. And what I'll do is I'll use it a lot to expand my clients' images as well. So this looks kind of bad. But it's so much that you could do. Let me just see if I can add like a helicopter in the distance or something like that. Up here. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Why I did that. Because I didn't merge all of the layers together. That's why I did that. So, give me 3 to choose from. But yeah, let me merge all these layers real quick and then try that puddle again, because it usually does a better job of that. Let's see. Let me just make a square. Do small puddle. I can spell puddle. Takes a little bit to generate. Yeah, so these look a lot better, right? A lot better, a lot more realistic. Not this one, absolutely not. But this one. So, just an example. So I'll show you the final product starting from what I started from. So let me show you the final product of what I was able to create with AI inside of Photoshop. I added my wife's car, her dream car, and let me see here. And I put them both together. It's almost like a vision board situation. So that's her dream car, the Defender. So using generative fill and then changing the background out, which I did in this app called Luminar Neo. I had a lot of different ones that I liked, so I just saved them all. But using generative fill inside of Photoshop. So yeah, just to show you what you can do with AI, right? So that's it. Use a smart object, will it do it? You have to merge the layers. Yeah, you have to merge the layers. Yeah, you have to merge the layers. Yeah, I don't think you could try with a smart object, but I doubt it. But yeah, that's all. All right, let's get back to this exquisite event, elegance events. So let me know what you think of these elements. I think it could work. If we keep it simple, I think it could work. I feel like we should try one with like 3 E's as well. So, but what I'm likely gonna do, let me look at a few more fonts for this. Excuse the background noise if you guys can hear that. My son's bathroom is literally on the other side of his wall, and he decided to take a shower right now. So I have what I call sectional. So it's sexy and functional together. So as I'm looking through these fonts, like for example, this font, I love it, right? We would have to make it larger, but it's not sectional enough. It's heavy on the sexy, but light on the functional or the functionality. So as you can see, the bottom of the E is swooping through elegance, and at a distance, you won't be able to read that. So it's easy to get tempted to do something or pick a font like that, but you have to think about the functionality of it. Like, how functional is that font at the end of the day? Like, would you be able to embroider that, right? Can you see it can you read it from a distance? Things like that you have to kind of ask yourself. So you kind of have to sacrifice the sexiness sometimes just to find that balance, because you want it to be functional at the end of the day. And when you go too sexy with the fonts, they can be looked at as trendy, where it might not be hot. That thin script font may be hot this year, but next year it might not be. And when I create branding and logos for clients, I want to make sure that they're able to use it for years and years and years to come, right? I look at work that I worked on several years ago, and it's just as dope. Clients are still using it because I don't really fall into the trends. David, what's good, my bro? I feel like you were just here. I think you got to give you some more credit, man. You show up the more shows that you miss. All right, so what I'm likely gonna do is let's see if we can find one from here, because I'm tempted to just download this and finish it in Illustrator in terms of selecting the font. But I'm like, let me challenge myself to just find a font in here. So I'm so used to Illustrator that it's like a crutch. I don't want to call it a crutch. Gotta find that sectional font. This is kind of cool. Ooh, this is kind of cool too. Exquisite elegance. Because of the way the bottom part of the E comes out, I need to move events over. And then I would really want to put this over here, but then the font is centered. I mean, the logo is like a centered format. So it's about finding, making sure it's balanced as well. Unless we put, check this out. We do this, right? Exquisite elegance. And I'll likely want to move this down as well. Something like that. I will create the separation. I had to do that in Illustrator between the E and then these lines, and they also appear. But then I have events centered down here somehow. But yeah, I think I'm gonna finish it in Illustrator. But let me know what you think of this overall. Let me scroll down. Let's see. And we can also change the color. They do have an overlay of some leaves, which we'll get rid of because we don't need that right now. Does make it look a lot nicer though. Color burn. So let's just download this and we can add those, add any kind of overlays back. Egypt. Oh, okay. Respect. Respect. All right, so let's download this as one concept. And then I'm gonna pop over to Adobe Stock just to see what they got going on. Season 2. All right, so we'll do exquisite triple E. So let's go to Adobe Stock just to see what's going on. Oh, they didn't log me out. All right, so let's do event logo first. Let's just see what that looks like. Let's do luxury event logo because that's the vibe we're going for. Okay, simple. I kind of like how they have these multiple configurations as well. Maybe we can do something like that. Oh, this is nice too with the curtains. So you see this logo style right here, and even this, these are simple, but they tend to be trendy, right? They're not terrible, but they tend to be trendy. Where you see a lot of them, a lot of styles like this, but it's a trend. It's a trend. And, you know, I typically want to create something that's not a trend. Something that'll be hot 10 years from now. Like you can picture it on the side of a building, like a skyscraper, right? So, all right, now finally, let's look at the triple E logo. See what they have for 3 E's. Just to get some ideas if we were to do a concept with 3 E's. This looks cool right here. I see 3 E's, and I'm also looking at this as if it could be a black tie in the middle. Like if this was like a suit, and then we could put, instead of this dot, we could put like a black tie icon. But we have to keep the audience in mind, knowing that they're 30-plus-year-old females. I won't say 9 times out of 10, because depending on the event, they may wear a black tie. But in most cases, they probably won't be wearing a tie. And it's not necessarily serving or servers or anything like that. Like, even though it may be a part of the service, but if we're looking at event design, I don't think the black tie would translate. But it would be a cool logo concept if we put that in there. But I don't know. I don't think that would be appropriate. So the logo should be simple, memorable, timeless, versatile, and appropriate. So it wouldn't check that appropriate criteria. So I'm just thinking out loud as I'm looking at that. I'm like, oh, that would have been cool with a black tie, but that wouldn't necessarily fit her business and use case. Something like this could be cool, putting it in like a box or something, um, as opposed to this diamond shape, but it may be a bit too simple. So I'm looking at these, like if we were to use any of these as inspiration, how could we make it different and still appropriate for the audience who are aspiring event designers or people who can't afford to hire an event designer without just ripping it off. You know what I'm saying? So if you've tuned in to multiple episodes, you know how I'll take something from here, not just rip it off, but enhance it, change it pretty much completely from where we started. So I'm looking at it with that, like what potential does it have? Right. So even though I love this and it likely could work, but I don't just want to download this and that be it, right? I'm like, so how could I change this or enhance it or create my own version of it that could work for the client for a specific use case? So yeah, we're probably gonna ditch that idea of the 3 E's because I don't really have any ideas on my own of how I could do that. If it was two, that would have been a lot easier. Um, let's just see double E logo and see what we come up with just to see. Oh, that's cool right here. I like that. I like that. James, what's going on, my brother? Great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah, if you guys can hit the like button, I know we haven't done too much so far, but I would greatly appreciate it. Something like this could work too, even though it's just 2 E's. All right. So I do want to try one thing really quickly. Really quickly. All right, let's open up Illustrator. Close Photoshop. Can you believe it's the end of the year? Christmas is in 3 days, 4 days. It's crazy how fast this year flew by. It's like almost scary. All right, so I have Illustrator open here. You guys see this, okay? All right. Where's my frenzy template? Frenzy, frenzy, frenzy. You don't see it. All right, so I do want to try one thing with the double E's with a font that I have called Goku. Not Dragon Ball Z related. At least I don't think. It doesn't look like it. It's like an elegant type of font. Goku stencil. Just want to try this really quickly. I'm going to delete this. So we have these elements from the E. What I'm going to do is flip it, put it on the other side. Just to see how that would look. It's only 2 E's though, and the thing I'm running into now is that the middle part looks like a T to me, or it could be interpreted as a T, which I do not like. I want to be like, oh, what's EET? Like, oh, it's just two E's and it's really technically three, but if we were to split it, hmm. Hmm. I don't know about that one, guys. I can say, what is EETI? I don't. I'm not feeling it. Oh wow. Look, and I got young ones, so I definitely know what Christmas is. Um, and I just want to try another font real quick. That is more of a stencil font. Let me see what we're working with real quick first. This could be cool, but let me check a stencil really quickly. Something that could look elegant if we flipped it. I'm not feeling any of them. But let's mess with this one for a second. Let me see if we have anything similar. We don't. All right. That actually doesn't look bad. Then flip like that. Let's see what they look like overlapped. That doesn't look terrible either, to be honest. So maybe we try a concept like this. Because the main focal point of the name of the business is exquisite elegance. You know, then you can have events, you can have training, exquisite elegance. You know what I'm saying? Like have different branches. So the two E's is the focal point. So I'm not opposed to just having two E's in the logo. I want to see how these compare. I don't like the E's facing each other. Let me know what y'all think between these two. I don't know if I like the E's facing each other. Um, but let me know. Cool. So what I'm gonna do, they're gonna rock with this, but let me know if you prefer the E's facing each other or facing away. But what I have to do in the meantime is make sure that is balanced. Facing apart is better. Okay, cool. So everything is about balance, right? So what I'm gonna do is make sure that it fits in perfectly into a square. This isn't required by any means. And typically if I was to design something like this, I would be using grids and all of that, which y'all know. But being as though I just literally started from a font, um, I want to make sure that it fits into a first. Let me combine these two together. So now they're merged. Make sure this is centered and then make sure this is centered. But I want it to be square, right? So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Okay. So I'm going to lock this red layer. So the bottom part actually comes out further than the top part, if you can see here. So we need to fix that first. So I select all these anchor points, drag it out, boom, on this side. Same over here. Drag it out on this side. I'm not as concerned with the middle part yet because I still want it to be obvious that it's an E. And as you know, the middle part of the E usually is in some. It usually doesn't come all the way out like this. Usually. So I'm going, yeah, and it doesn't even look as premium once you do that. It looks like I don't know what it looks like, but it looks too obvious, right? But this, you can still tell that they're two E's. So I'll leave that. But as you can see, we have the space above and below. So what I'm going to do, since it's already completely centered, so I'm going to just move this up here and then um, move this down. So now, if I was to get rid of this, it's a perfect square, right? It's a perfect square. And the beauty of that is, one, it's a perfect square. And two, we can do more with it and it still be balanced. So check this out. Why the square? Yeah, just for balance. So check this out. So if I do, so I'll hide this. So if I was to, do something like this, right? So I was to make it white and then this black, right? That's one example. If I was to do this white, this, that's another example, right? It's just the icon. Balance. So you have more flexibility when you do it like that, So we could even do, let me see. Check this out. Something like that. Just gives us more flexibility. It makes it easier for us to create some swag with it. So if I was to do like this, 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 and then delete all of this, make these white. See, it's just more balanced. Just more balanced. And the last thing I want to try is some circles that I already have. Not those, but up here. So I have a few different styles. This could work well. This could work well. I definitely want to try like a hand-drawn style as well. Let's try this one as well with the little leaflet. And let's try a hand-drawn as well. Just, add a little femininity to it. And let's try one of these. Like this. Command C. Hank, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Amethyst Insight, what up? Okay, so let's try those. So far, I think we got a solid icon. Whether we're going to put a square, circle around, or anything has yet to be decided. We probably have to nix that other one we started with on Kittle. But I think we got a good start with this. But I do want to put this icon into these different ones just to see what they look like. So put it here. Okay, make sure they're centered. Okay, try this. And I'll put them all next to each other so we can compare them together. But I'm just quickly just moving them around. And the beauty of it is, we can change the weight of the icon at any time, or the thickness if it doesn't look balanced. gonna make this black. Oh, that actually looks pretty cool. So let me make sure this is all centered. And let me see if I get rid of this line right here, what that looks like. I like it without that line that was there. All right, so now with this one, let's make sure this is centered. So I don't know if it'll work because of that leaf, but if I was to remove this top one, or let's just make the leaf shorter, see what this looks like. Oh no. Possibility, but so this is my thoughts on this one. It's getting too busy. The E icon is already strong enough and it's a focal point as it is. So we really don't need anything around it. But with this, even though it does look nice, I feel like it's getting too busy. So we'll go ahead and nix that one. That's just my thoughts. Okay, this one, make sure this is centered. It's a possibility. I'm not in love with it. This one, let's make sure it's centered. Also a possibility. But this, I like it, but it's giving more fashion than events to me. And this one, let's make sure it's centered, which I think we already did. And what I would want to do here, since this is like almost like a paint stroke, is add some texture to this. So what I'll do is go to my brushes, find a brush like this, make it black, greatly reduce the stroke size. So now we have a little bit of texture to it. But I'm not in love with that, only because it's exquisite elegance, exquisite elegance. That's a tongue twister. All right, Keisha, so let us know out of these. I think I'm feeling this one and this one the most. But I do want to make sure it's easily legible as well. So I'm almost thinking maybe we should go with this one. And then work on some fonts for exquisite elegance. I actually really like the elegance that we had. So maybe we take that from the logo here. Okay, I really like the elegance a lot. And let's take the lines as well, like these lines from this. I don't hate this exquisite either. So let's go ahead and bring this over. Oh, the square. So you're saying the square instead of the circle? Let me know. Let me know. Of course, we'll work on the colors in a second. But it should always look good in black and white first. That's just some game for y'all. Oh, I like it without the line up there. Oh, you know what? Bingo. Because then, look, check this out. Check this out, y'all. Look at God. Just moving that line. made me realize what we can do with that bottom section. So let's do like Marsic. We'll probably change this just to find something a little more feminine, but check this out. Oops, too small. And I'll revisit the both square design. Yeah, we'll try both. We'll try both. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick a different font because I don't like how this looks down here. Have no fear. Look at that. Oops, too far. Come on back. It just keep going. Something like that. Okay, yeah, and I need to bring all this in because that's way too wide. Don't worry, I'll fix the overlap between the E and this line. Don't worry about that. I'll fix that. But let's see what we have that's similar. Empire could work. Oh, I'm like new style. That's kind of cool. Want something with a little bit more curves to it though. Kento, I'm digging Kento. Oh, Morton. This is a good one. Morton is a good one. Let's see. Kento. Let's see between Kento and Morton. I think I'm digging the Kento better. Bold light. Huh. Regular. Bold. Let's go light. We just wanted to make sure that it is legible from a distance. So what I like to do is zoom all the way out and see, can I still read events? Like if this is on a shirt and I pull up to an event, you're setting up and I see you with the shirt on, can I read it? Exquisite elegance. I definitely can read that, but can I read events? And I think I can. Like if you were like 30 feet away, like, hey girl, let me look at your shirt. Exquisite elegance. Can I read events? Like that's how I think. That's how my mind thinks when I'm working on stuff like this because it's mighty sexy, right? Events in a thin font, but from a distance or on the top of a website, if the logo is small and or if in the corner of your video, can you read the word events? That's how I think. And I'm not really a big fan of having like different versions. Let's say one version with events thicker. I just want the logo to work, you know? So maybe let's make this line a little thinner only because I want it to approximately be the same weight as the text on events. You see how it's pretty much the same weight? So that's kind of how I think in terms of that. Just more balanced. So I'll delete that and then bring this down because I like the thickness or thinness of that. All right. So I think we got a good start here. I actually like this font on Exquisite. So we'll probably keep this. So now I just want to move this over. So let's drop the circle. See what that looks like. We just had it like this. It's interesting. Just don't want it to be too busy, right? So let me move it over here. See what this looks like. Oh, events is. Okay, give me a second. We're at 301. We're a little over, y'all. Smash the like button for overtime. So now it's all about balance and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. So if we had this left-handed configuration, like the icon on the left. Now the icon is really overpowering the text to me. So what I would want to do is make the um this font a little thinner. So I'm gonna show y'all the other way. So if I do a stroke on it, make it thinner like that. So it's not as overpowering, but it still works. Like you see the weight of this is similar to the weight of this. Like it's little things like that that I'll look at just to see if it works, right? So see if I put it back up here. I feel like it kind of gets a little too tall if I do that. But let me make the entire thing smaller. And another thing I would like to try is if I made the icon, and I don't do this often, like at all, but let's say like this, right? Then put it behind it like this. But I feel like this is kind of getting too busy. So I probably wouldn't do that, but I still wanted to see what it would look like. Um yeah, because if I added the like a stroke around all of this, then you wouldn't really be able to tell that this is 2E. So that defeats the purpose of it, right? So let me bring it back up. Make the fill white. Micah, what's going on? We in overtime right now. I appreciate it, David. I appreciate that. I'll make this a little. This could work, but let me add a line, just add a little separation. It's a lot of different little tricks we do as designers to just try to find that balance. Add a little separation. Have y'all seen logos in this kind of configuration before? I'm sure you have. Oops. Yeah, like that. So it's like almost like you can use them independently. And I would want to bring this over closer because it's too daggone far away. Make it left align. I feel like the two E's are competing, so I'll leave it where it was. Um, all right, let me know out of these. I probably can make this a little bigger. I think overall I might be feeling this one better. This has like it's more of like like more of like this shape, like a triangle, like a pyramid. The strength of like a triangle and a pyramid. It's kind of giving me that. And let me see if I make that a little thinner. Let me know. Hey Jamila, was it Jamila? Let me know. I like to make sure I pronounce people's names correctly. Um. So yeah, between these two, let me know which one you like, and we can put together a quick color scheme. Unless you want to do that on your own. Let's see what color scheme we rocking with so far. Okay, so we got gold, pink, purple. So let me know out of these two, if you like them. Which one you would prefer to go with? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Hey, $5. I appreciate that. We appreciate it. Circle bet. Let's run it. So if we stick to a similar color scheme, let's go ahead and look for some real quick. Really quickly, let's just do gold and purple color scheme. Palette. I always forget how to spell palette. 2 L's, 2 T's, I don't know. Go with purple, because I'm digging the gold and purple. You know what I'm saying? That gold purple, I like that, but I feel like it's a little too bright. Unless we go with like a gradient. We could do that. We can use these colors for a gradient, kind of similar to how you did already, you know? So let's go ahead and add a gradient to this. Okay. And then for one side of the gradient, we'll do the darker gold. The other side, we'll do the lighter gold. So this is how that looks so far. But I'm going to switch the angle of this. So let's see what else we want to make gold. Yes, if you could send your email to Paul, that would be ideal. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's go get elegance, events. So let me see here if we do this in the gold as well. So we got to figure out where we're going to get this purple in there. All right, so let's do maybe elegance in the purple gradient. So we'll do light. What's elegance? Okay, so let's put it on a white background. How about that? See how this looks. Events. Okay, so we definitely want to, let me see. So maybe put elegance. I'm just playing around with it because I'm not in love with it yet. So I'm just trying to see what combinations work best real quick. I'll know it when I see it. And you will too. You're like, okay, yeah, that's it. Events. We could even go gray with this bottom part, you know. Instead of just using the purple. Gray always works in these type of color schemes. All right, like that. Let me see if this was gray as well. I'm not feeling that, so let's undo that. Exquisite elegance. I think another part of it is this icon being 2 colors. I'm not digging. Okay, I'm digging this. I'm digging this. I'm not really sold on this gold gradient either just yet. The middle, that sounds more like my Jamila. Oh, myth, and the word myth. So Jamila, right? The word myth. Okay, Jamila. Okay, cool. That's what I thought, because that's what I said first, right? Oh, a shade of pink as well, or instead of the purple? Let me know. In the meantime, let's look at another shade. I like this gold gradient. And I have a lot of gradients inside of Affinity Designer. But first, what I need to do is, like I said, add the separation between this E and this line. And I'm also just going to get rid of this right here. And then add this. Okay. Blush pink instead of purple. Bet. I don't know what blush pink is, but I'm going to find out. Oh, okay. Kind of digging this one because we do need it to be dark enough to be able to see it. So I'm just going to sample it really quickly and change this shade of gold to something that'll look better with this. So let's just do pink and gold color scheme. Just to see what could complement that a bit. This gold looks good right here. I like this. Yeah, and I feel like I need to make this another color. So if we make this the pink. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think of this. I think it looks pretty cool. What you think? I'm gonna move this back some just to add a bit more separation. Yeah, but let me know what you think of this. Perfect. Awesome. Let's run it and let's just see what it looks like on dark as well. Oh, I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Even though will probably, oops, I don't know why this is all gold. Hold up. Let's group all of this. Command G. There we go. Maybe make events white on this version. Yeah. Let's rock with this. If you want to change the colors, you absolutely can. I'll make sure you have the vector files and stuff, the SVG files, the whole Illustrator file, so any other designers can make edits to it going forward. I think it looks good. What do you guys think? Awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we'll get this over to you. You can get your email to Paul. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Had to make up for last week, right? And not being here next week. But yeah, if you guys can smash that like button, I greatly appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you guys next year. Because we're off next week. We're off next week. Yeah, I think this looks good. I think this looks good. And I'll make sure that this is centered events because it's obviously not centered. Well, not here, but here. Boom. Appreciate it, David. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'm glad we got you right. Arky Shay. Thanks, George. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to everybody. And I'll see you guys in 2024. That's crazy. That's crazy. Appreciate it. All right, Keisha, you guys have a good one. Peace.